The leadership in this church is excellent, outstanding leadership. When I grew up in the church and the liturgy and everything that we use is pretty much the same today as it was when I was a kid, literally. Things have changed. And so that's what I mean when I say that there are some differences now, and the church has to recognize those differences and enable people to be a part of worship that is a part of their life. And if you're trying to do something and make them be something they're not, just in order to come to church, it's probably not going to work. It's not working well.
Churches. When I came out to this, when I heard the music, I had to come back. And Eduardo is absolutely wonderful. He's our choir director, okay? We are so fortunate to have him, and the variety of the music that we have is unbelievable.
We visited Yardley the first time. People here were so friendly. And the second time I came, people knew me by my name, which really impressed me. It was small, not a large church, which is kind of what we were looking for. But it was the people of the church that just kind of drug me in here, drew me to it. So it was a pretty easy decision after 3 visits.
I have seen some of these people who came to our class and were so afraid of not knowing certain things and that they would be judged, and I just hope that in some way we were able to make them feel welcome and feel understood. And now I just see them in the church blossoming, and I see them kind of carrying that on, to others. That, you can always look up things in the Bible. Like, we want to teach our children the Bible stories, but the most important thing is teaching them how Christ wants us to live. And that, she said, that you can do. Like, you don't have to study the Bible all night to start teaching them how you want Christ to be seen in their eyes, and how you want, his reflection to be a part of who you are. And, I just always try to make the people feel that when they come to our class, that you don't have to know everything. We don't know everything. We're just kind of moderating it. And
the church just has a very active social network of connections. I had 5 kids in 6 years, and so there were lots of meals and all kinds of things that were supportive that the church did for us. One church member, I was on bed rest with my twins, and so basically I could stand up for like 10 minutes a couple times a day, and I had 3 other kids running around, and she came over, vacuumed my floor, and put a baked ziti with sausage in the oven for the family to eat that night. That's a friend. Parents who are ahead of me, like when my kids were little, I could talk to parents of teenagers and they would say, hey, look out for this, and this is things like that, and it was like, oh, okay.
When visiting my family, there was a huge famine that affected the rest of the continent. Having grown up there, I was very much used to an abundance of water, especially in April when I visited. There would have been water everywhere for animals, for people, and the produce would have been abundant at that time. This particular year, there was absolutely nothing. I came and shared it with some of my colleagues that were in my circle of friends from church. Those are the guys who encouraged me to move forward and make it a community project for the church to hear about. Fortunately, it got such a big attraction, a big attendance. Within about 5 years, we graduated from doing 1 well per year to almost like 10 wells, 15 wells, and eventually, after about maybe 8 years, we were actually doing about 30 wells per year. It was a significant growth, and each one of these wells, by the way, does cover anywhere from 1,000 people to about 1,500. So it is a big number of people who really need, whose life are changed forever from just 1 well.
My calling, I said, it was a blast. I thought that was fantastic.
What's the word? the centerpiece right now. For me, they are the centerpiece of social action and outreach ministry.
Just to go and see how enthusiastic the youth are about helping others and worshiping God. That really is something to see.
They came there to work, and they did it. And I can remember talking to Farmer John at the farm, and he was saying, you know, these kids are real workers. He said, and I'll tell you the truth, he said, I appreciate what they're doing. And when I talked with Trish at the Pendel Food Pantry, and she took me aside and she said the work that they did has been fantastic.
And the band we had last year, it's just incredible. And the services. So to sit in our church on Sunday mornings, we typically go to the 9 o'clock service, which is the celebration service equivalent, and to feel the energy, the contrast between that which would be the more high energy service and that my calling service with the youth and the energy. It was a real moment, I think, for this church.
Extremely important. I'm still amazed at the moral and spiritual compass that was instilled in my 2 girls. I saw it then, and I saw it happen to my children while they were raised in the church, and I see it today with the kids growing up. Many of them that are in the senior high programs and high school programs. I can remember them when they were infants. To watch them grow, it's just wonderful. And that's the primary reason that I continue to support the church as best that I can.